Good evening and salutations, my Days of Alive fans. So Tyler's leaving, and I'm going to be honest. I don't really care. I mean, if you've been watching my reviews for a hot minute, you know I've not been a fan of that girl since day one. And watching this scene with her and Bella was just like, yeah, you need to leave. Here's the thing. Bella's like, yo, listen, I want no parts of you. Because she walks up to Bella and once again, she starts apologizing. And I'm just like, you apologize so many times that now it's just getting to a point where it's just annoying. Like, listen, you messed up, you own that, and that's cool. But you shouldn't have to walk up to this person and apologize every 5 minutes. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And she's like, listen, I just need you to leave me alone. I know it's hard, and, we live in the same time, we're going to cross paths, but you're on your side, it's on mine, we're good, you know? And she's like, I don't totally blame you. This is also on Sean as well. Once again, she starts crying. It's like the minute you say something that's remotely, like, I guess, mean or not nice, she just falls into tears and she starts crying. And it's just like she's been doing that for a hot minute. That's just another thing that's just been annoying me about her. It's like the constant crying is just like enough is enough. You're a grown woman. Act like it. Own it. You owned it. So, okay, you should not sit there and be. You can feel guilty, but you don't need to sit there and go into tears every 5 seconds. So she tells Jada that she's leaving. She's upset about it, but she understands. Tyler's like, listen, I really messed up. I work at the hospital. I got to sit there. I'm like, that's par for the core at that place. You cheat on somebody or whatever, you're gonna run into somebody that's their family members, that's their friends. It's just how it is. Living in a small town like that, it's just gonna want to happen. That's just the bottom line. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, you could have sat there and toughed it out because it's not literally the end of the earth, end of the world. But you know, the actress is leaving or they're firing her. I have no idea. Don't quote me on the firing part. I don't know. But the actress is leaving, so she's like, all right, I'm going to Cali. All right, sure, bye. You got that going on. Every time I see a scene with Wendy, it's like daggers, right? It's like small shards of glass that I have to sit there and drink. Every time I sit there and hear Wendy, whenever she tries to sound like she's really, she also tries to sound like she's this Gen Z person, and it just comes across as super cringe, right? She finds out that Trip got attacked or whatever. She's like, oh, it's no big deal, whatever. Wendy is, filed for unemployment, which is something that I can appreciate on Days of Our Lives, right? Like, not everyone actually has money. Eric, I'm pretty sure, still doesn't have a job, and yet somehow he's able to do. But, she's all like, I filed for unemployment, it's like the head of IT. I was like, yeah. And then you decide to do something stupid, and you got fired for it. So, that sounds more like a you sort of thing. Which, by the way, just on a side note, isn't her dad rich? I mean, I know she's all like, oh, I don't want to take money because of pride, but I'm like, your dad's rich, okay? I don't see Shin just slumming it. That dude's not working. So anyway, Ava goes to meet Clyde. Clyde's like, yo, listen, you messed up my operation. I had a whole thing going on. And once you rescue Susan, that kind of put a kibosh on what I have going on. So because of that, since I can't use EJ, I'm going to use you. And, he's like, he's going to keep her in line by making sure that if she doesn't do what he says, he's going to sit there and threaten to hurt Trip. Saying you got peoples everywhere. So, was it really worth giving up the mob at this point? Because, I mean, you got to sit there and deal with people like EJ and who knows what else. She was the mob princess. Now she's unemployed. I guess she wants to try to make a better example and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, maybe you should think about going back to the mob. Just throwing it out there. Let's be honest. I don't think I don't think that actually tell you the truth. I don't feel that Clyde would have tried that if she was still in the mob. So you got that going on. You got Chad and EJ bonding over Abby and talking about how they both wish they could have just end them right then and there. When they're at the cemetery. Harrison got the job as far as being a cop. So I'm just like, okay. And of course, he tells Ava that his first act is to find the people who, smuggle Susan all the way to London, which of course we know is Clyde. So now he's going to be sent there, getting directly involved in her story as far as trying to find the person who did it. I know that he's been on the show before. I know he's Harris Michaels, but I just in my head I'm just like, oh, so it's gonna be Jason with a badge. Okay, all right, that's fine. I guess that's cool. See, because I didn't actually have my book, so I took like these random pieces of like papers and stuff like that just to kind of make sure I had my notes in order to do this review. And I almost forgot about Marlena and Kate because they didn't do anything in this episode at all. I don't know what is going on with Marlena. Because you do see Kate like doing other things, but when she's more Marlena's just gossiping. Like this is what we do now with her. She's been on this show for how many years, and this is what we got her reduced to. Just hanging out the pub, gossiping with Kate. I could have swore Kate's actually in there. I know I wrote it down. I could be wrong because I wasn't there watching this on my break during work, so it's a little bit kind of different when I'm home sitting there watching this. But I could have swore that those two are in it. What they were doing, I have no idea. EJ seemed like for the most part he's not forgetting, but I don't think he's going out. I don't. I feel like he is. I know he keeps just saying that he's not going to go after her. He's still upset with her, but he's not going to go after her. But I have this feeling like EJ's not the type of person who'll just let it go. He's not that type of person. She's like, yo, listen, I want revenge. Because he even said, he was like, yo, listen, I lost a year with her. Not to mention the fact that, yeah, you didn't kill her, but you almost did. She did sit there and bring her back. So I guess that got to count for something, right? Anyway, I feel like for the most part, that's about it. I might have missed one or two things, but I think that kind of covered it. I don't know. It was a decent episode. Um, anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Now, if I did miss anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, YNR, GH Days, and of course, Born and Beautiful. I'll see you in the next video.